Nobody saw this coming. Not the fans. Not the pundits. Not even the people pretending they knew football on TikTok. The 2026 World Cup has barely started, and it's already producing more chaos than a group project with no leader. So grab your popcorn, because some of the biggest teams on earth are already dropping points, underdogs are refusing to lose, and if these first few days are anything to go by, the next matches could get even crazier. Let's start with Brazil. You know, 5-time World Cup champions, football royalty, the team everyone expects to win every match. Well, Morocco had other ideas. Brazil showed up expecting 3 points and Morocco showed up like that one student who never studies but somehow gets 95%. The match ended 1-1, and suddenly every underdog in the tournament realized something important: the giants can bleed. Then we had Qatar versus Switzerland. Switzerland thought they had it won. Their fans were already celebrating. The commentators were wrapping up. Then in stoppage time, Qatar scored and turned 3 Swiss points into one giant headache. Somewhere in the crowd, a Swiss fan aged about 15 years in 30 seconds. And then came Japan versus Netherlands. The Dutch took the lead. Japan equalized. The Dutch took the lead again. Japan equalized again. At this point, the Netherlands were learning a painful lesson. If you don't finish Japan off, Japan finishes your hopes of an easy victory. The game ended 2-2 and immediately became one of the most entertaining matches of the tournament. Meanwhile, Belgium, one of Europe's strongest teams, couldn't get past Egypt. Egypt walked into that match with absolutely zero fear. Belgium had the stars. Egypt had the vibes. Final score: 1-1. Another giant drops points. Then Spain versus Cape Verde happened. Spain had all the possession. Spain had all the chances. Spain had all the passes. Cape Verde had one thing: a goalkeeper who apparently transformed into Prime Superman. Somehow it ended 0-0, and Cape Verde celebrated like they'd won the World Cup while Spain wondered how they didn't score once. Now here's where things get interesting. These upsets aren't random anymore. They're becoming a pattern. The smaller nations have realized something. The pressure isn't on them. Nobody expects Cape Verde to beat Spain. Nobody expects Haiti to beat Brazil. Nobody expects Jordan to beat Argentina. Which is exactly what makes them dangerous. Imagine France versus Senegal. France are expected to win. But what happens if Senegal scores first? Suddenly millions of French fans are sweating. Suddenly every pass feels heavier. Suddenly the underdog starts believing. Then there's Argentina versus Algeria. On paper, Argentina should win comfortably. But this World Cup doesn't care about paper. This World Cup looked at predictions and used them as a suggestion. One early Algerian goal and the entire football world starts panicking. And don't even get me started on England versus Croatia. England fans are already planning knockout stage routes. Croatia are sitting there quietly like, remember what happened the last time people underestimated us? Football history says that's a dangerous sentence. The biggest upset candidate of all might be Germany versus Ivory Coast. Germany just scored 7 goals against Curaçao and now everyone thinks they're unstoppable. Which means football is probably preparing something ridiculous. That's how the World Cup works. The second everyone agrees on something, chaos arrives with a chair. And let's talk about Canada for a second. Canada drew Bosnia. Qatar drew Switzerland. Suddenly Group B looks completely open. One good result and Canada could be dreaming of the knockout rounds. One bad result and everything changes. That's how close this tournament already is. The craziest part? We're only getting started. The knockout stage isn't even here yet. Right now we're seeing the warning signs. Underdogs are getting confidence. Favorites are feeling pressure. Fans are starting to realize that no lead is safe, no prediction is guaranteed, and no team is untouchable. So here's my prediction. Before this group stage is over, we're going to see at least one giant completely collapse. A team everyone expects to reach the quarterfinals is going home early. An underdog nobody believed in is going to shock the world. And when it happens, everyone will act surprised even though this tournament has been screaming chaos from day one. Because if the first week has taught us anything, it's this. The 2026 World Cup isn't following the script. It's setting the script on fire. Fire soccer ball tears of joy. Subscribe before the next upset happens. Because at this rate, by tomorrow Cape Verde might beat Spain and a goalkeeper might score a bicycle kick from midfield. Loudly crying trophy fire.